Hi, this is Willie Crawford, and I want to do a quick video to share with those of you in my rank and rent training. One of my lead generation sources, one of the ways that I get people to rent my websites that most of you can't do, but those of you in the United States and Canada could try it. It's something similar is available in other countries, but I don't know exactly what organization you would work with to do that. What I do is I'm a member of a barter club. It's called ITEX, and you're looking at it on the screen. And ITEX has 25,000 members in the United States and Canada who sell their goods and services to each other, and they take barter dollars rather than cash, rather than greenbacks or dollars. And so I'm a member of this club, and I sell sometimes my goods and services for barter dollars. And one of the services I sell actually is my rank and rent websites. I rent the sites for up to $1,000 a month, depending on the niche. And then I take that $1,000 a month I get in barter dollars, and I use it to buy things that I need for my business, such as advertising in major magazines, travel, construction work, all kinds of things. We have the 25,000 members in ITEX are in almost every business imaginable. In fact, if I log in, let's see, if I go here to where it says Marketplace, I'm logged in now. You can see it says accommodations, advertising, animals and agriculture, arts, automotive, business products, charities, clothing, computer services, cosmetics and makeup, education, entertainment, food and beverages, furniture and fitting, health and medical, like I get dental and some medical treatment on ITEX, home and garden, industrial and manufacturing, jewelry, legal services, marine and aviation. We have a member I'll show you in a minute. We have lots of members who teach flying, for example, personal care and services, printing and stationery, real estate and construction. If I wanted to buy a number of houses and have them refurbished or whatever, I can get it done using barter dollars. Repair and maintenance, retail and shopping, security, sports and recreation, telecommunications, transportation. When I travel to distant cities in the United States and Canada, I get my hotel room on barter, ITEX, and typically I'll have a limousine wait for me at the airport for transportation to and from my hotel. So all these things I use my barter dollars for. And what I'll show you real quick is within the marketplace, I have a listing where I tell the other business owners that I offer lead generation websites. So if they type in lead generation, and it doesn't matter what city, even though here it's pre-filled in my city, if they search on that, if any of the members search on that, they're going to find right here, it's got my name, Willie Crawford, and it says lead generation website for rent. And the broad description says, I'm an expert in ranking a website near the very top of search engines, often at the top of the first page of Google. I've been doing search engine optimization since 2000 and renting websites since, I should say, 2009. I click through, since 2009. And it says, what I do is build a lead generation website that's very focused on your industry, so that when people search for specific products and services, you naturally show up first. It should say your city and your industry. I need to correct that. Because these websites are built to order, but I maintain ownership so that I can also keep them top ranked, funneling all the traffic to your business. Prior to building a site for you, we would need to discuss your needs via phone or an online meeting, and then I'd explain the strategy that I'll be using. And then I go, the leads or traffic that I generate is very targeted and ends up costing you a tiny fraction of what it would cost to use something like Google AdWords or Facebook ads. Okay, these businesses all understand that anyway. There are a lot of them running pay-per-click ads. And so this listing I posted on July 10th, and it's good for 90 days within the ITEX community, and then it expires, but I can renew it, and that's what I do. I renew it continuously. And what happens is, some of the 25,000 members, as they're looking for advertising, they come across to my listing, and when they do, they click on the contact seller or email. See, ask the seller a question, contact the seller's broker, email this ad. So they click on all these links and it ends up contacting me, and I get an email. And if I go to my email now, this email is from the ITEX community. It's actually today, August 19th at 3 p.m. And it tells me that somebody responded to my lead generation website listing, okay? So I click on that, and within my email, it says, this person, this member here, put a message down that said, I'm interested in this service. Please call me, Jonathan. He gives his phone number. I call Jonathan. I get on the phone with him. Jonathan runs a flight school. And so Jonathan's interested in generating people interested in taking flight lessons. And our conversation was basically, what do you charge? And I gave him a quote, and he said, fine. I said, it's month to month, and I don't know how long it'll take me to write for your area and for the flight training, but send me a link to your website. Let me look at what you specifically are offering already. And I explained to him I can put up landing pages and let that generate leads for him. And he said as soon as the lead comes in, he would jump on the phone and call them, fairly quickly. And he also has an insurance agency, and so that would be a separate lead generation website. And I asked for links to his website there to see specifically what type of insurance he sells and specifically what areas he covers. I know what state he's licensed in, but I wanted all that. And I see building maybe 4 or 5 different websites for him based on his needs, probably just one for flight training, and then several for the different types of insurance he sells. And like that, I will have rented before I even built maybe 5 websites, and my price will range from $300 to $1,000 a month. I've been doing this a long time. I can show you. This is a site called PR Rage. My friend Walt Bayless has it. And let me stop. Walt interviewed me about my expertise in ranking and renting websites. Again, Walt's site's called PR Rage. He sells a piece of software that queries the GoDaddy search engine, the auctions, and you give the software some criteria, and based on that, it finds you websites that are for sale in the GoDaddy marketplace. So that's what the site's about. But we talked about the power in ranking and renting websites, and he featured some testimonies from my friend Gene Pimentel, who bought a site for $10 and sold it for $24,000 a month later. $10 to $24,000 a month. And my good friend Dan Nickerson, who's a partner with Gene actually, Dan bought one domain and sold it for $700,000. I have no idea what he paid for it, and he sold another for $250,000. So there's money in buying and selling domain names, but Walt, his webpage here is talking about ranking and renting websites because that's what he does. So he compares that to buying real estate, fixing it up, and then renting it. And he talks about someone who's making, like $300 in profit per month from a piece of property, and that I'm doing the same thing from a website that I rent, and all it's costing me. There's no huge investment up front to buy the property, no huge investment in fixing it up and all those things. And he points out that when I did the interview, I was clearing 6 figures a month from domain name rental. So that was a big deal for him. He interviewed me, and we spent 45 minutes doing a video interview. And when Walt found out what I was doing and how I was doing it, he decided to take the interview that he initially did as a part of a podcast, a radio broadcast series. He decided to instead hold on to that interview and offer it as a bonus when someone purchases his PR Rage software. So the full interview he did with me is a bonus when you purchase his software. I'm not trying to sell his software, although it is good software. I was a beta tester for it before it was even released, and so I know it inside out. But again, what it does is it queries the GoDaddy auction marketplace, and you tell it, I want a domain name that's a .com that has so many letters in the domain name, is so has so many backlinks to it, is a certain age, and the software will find those domain names that meet that criteria. And then you can buy it from the GoDaddy marketplace. So it saves you a lot of time sifting through the marketplace. That's what this is all about. But going back to ITEX, again, that's how I generate some of my leads. A lot of them is through other means that I've taught in the training, but I wanted to show you this method. And I also want to invite you to, if you choose to, become a member of ITEX. ITEX is, again, 25,000 members in the United States and Canada. And what we do is we sell our goods and services, everything from beat up old furniture and used clothing that we were about to throw out to a lot of antique stuff, aged stuff. We call it vintage stuff. But everything from restaurant equipment to you name it, any goods and services that you could imagine that a business in the United States and Canada might sell that's legal, you can find in the ITEX marketplace. I showed you earlier all the different categories, and you can watch the video again if you want at the beginning and see the different categories. But if you'd like a membership, to become a member, what you need to do is contact me, and what I do is there's a button on the site that says invite member. So I click that button, and it'll ask me for your first name, last name, your business name. If you don't have a business name, I just give them your name, and it asks for a contact number. That's a phone number. It could be a business or a personal phone number. They don't typically call you, and an email address. And with that, when I fill that in and click send, that will send you an invitation to become a member of ITEX. And it will send the ITEX corporate office a note that I have invited someone. When you accept the membership, the membership costs $20 per month in cash, and anytime there is a transaction that takes place, you are charged a 6% transaction fee. That fee covers the overhead. Basically, ITEX is like a bank. It manages the transactions, it keeps records, and the business members, we're a unique community in that we trust each other intimately, And so when I get on the phone with, like I got on the phone with the guy who owns the flight school, he trusted me. I mean, he doesn't want to, throw $50,000 at me for no reason, but he trusts that I will deliver on the goods. And it helped also that since he's running a flight school, and I spent 20 years as an aviator, I speak his language. So he became a customer. But anyway, ITEX is $20 a month plus 6% transaction fee. So if I rent my website for $1,000 a month, I'm going to pay $60 a month transaction fee, and the other $994 is my ITEX money to use on buying goods and services. And what I would do is go into the marketplace here, and I would look like maybe or just looking at this is showing some of the recent listings like tree trimming and lawn mowing, advertising, and it's all kinds of advertising from billboard to magazine to cable and newspaper, you name it, little placards in restaurants, all kinds of things. There's this is a night out at Gulf Coast Music Hall in Alabama, roof maintenance, jerky, by the case. Lots of stuff by the case. We have lots of members who are, what do you call them? There are people who buy case lots of stuff, even whole truckloads of stuff. They're liquidators. They may buy, a warehouse full of something and then turn around and offer it to the members. And the members typically sell stuff at retail price. We don't haggle with each other. We don't say, I will, can I get a break on it? We don't charge each other more in the market price. We don't ask each other to accept less than the going market value. But, some of the things are really, really inexpensive. And one of the things all members understand is that you can issue a gift certificate for almost any business in the world, and you don't have to, it's like an interest-free loan. You don't have to provide anything until the gift certificate is redeemed. So if this place is selling a $50 gift certificate, they're selling for a floral arrangement. Say they're selling many, which means that they don't have a limit on the number they're willing to sell, but if they sell 1,000, they've made $50,000. Okay, if we're about that, if what that example, this example works better for restaurants, and we have thousands of restaurants. If that someone bought a $1,000 worth of restaurant gift certificates to give us Christmas presents, some fancy upscale restaurant, and they gave all these gift certificates out, the odds are that many people who receive them are going to move away or stick the gift certificate in the back of a drawer and never even use it. So it's an interest-free loan for the business. I'm getting off track a little bit. When you understand the world of barter, then you understand that you could spend money out of thin air and maybe never even have to pay it back. But what I want to show you is basically, this is one method I use for generating leads, one of numerous that I've taught a lot of those in the training, but I didn't really delve that deeply into this one. I mentioned it. It's called ITEX. It's a barter club. We have our own app where you can, like this person has $17,000 in credits and they're buying something for $51, you know. And I have plants listed right now that I grew from seeds and that I'm selling for like 20 bucks each, plus postage. The plants cost me less than $1 to grow, and I just throw them in a priority mailbox and mail them, and they turn $1 into 20 bucks. And I have hundreds of those, and I sell old military gear. I sell, but I also sell a lot of digital products, a lot of access to training on anything and everything to do with the internet, with social media and things like that. I sell those through a membership site that is for businesses, and with that site, I charge $1,000, a one-time $1,000 membership. What am I selling? I'm selling access to electrons, and I'm getting $1,000 I can spend on whatever I want to spend it on, to include household goods and things like that. And the other thing about the world of barter, though, is that it is treated by the Internal Revenue Service or taxing authorities as if it is ordinary income, which means at the end of the year, you are issued a 1099-B in the case of Americans. And so the Internal Revenue Service would know that you earned however many dollars in barter dollars, and they treat it like you earned it in cash. But if you're using it for business expenses, then it's a deductible business expense. So, you know, I'm not giving tax advice, but that's almost everything that I do in my business. A lot of things are on barter. Like I can have hard copy books printed on barter. I can have all kinds of web services, voice over by commercials on regular terrestrial radio stations, things like that. When I'm selling, even competing for an online product in one of these big product launches, I can go to an income opportunities type magazine, buy an ad in that magazine, maybe a quarter-page advertisement in that magazine selling a $2,000 course, and I'm reaching tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that the average affiliate marketer is not reaching. So if I really want to, I can throw $10,000 worth of advertising at a promotion, an online promotion for an internet marketing type product, and I make my money back, you know, many, many times over. And then while these promotions, launches have these launch contests, I can outcompete almost any affiliate if I want to, because I have access to all this advertising. And we have members who sell internet advertising, but also it's more common for you to see billboard and magazine and newspaper, and you know, the flyers that are mailed to households around the country in the U.S. and Canada. That advertising I see more often than people selling advertising on websites. But what are they selling? They're selling electrons. And so if you're interested in ITEX, reach out to me. I will invite you. If I invite you, you will be accepted without any questions. And if you apply on your own, they're probably going to call and collect some information on you. If I invite you and you don't respond within a week or so, they'll probably still reach out to you and confirm whether or not you're interested, but there's no obligation anyway. So anyway, this is Willie, and I wanted to show you that how I generated a lead. Somebody asking me about a lead generation website, and all I did was the listings in ITEX for members are free, and you can have an unlimited number of listings. You know, I at one time had like 80 or 90 different things listed, because what I did was I went through my library of all the different books and CD, DVD courses, things like that I had that I weren't using, I had no intention of using. And I listed a lot of those for sale, and I sold probably $8,000 worth of old training materials that I had used and had basically memorized and had no further use for. And I listed them at the full retail price, most of them. And others who had looked at some of these training courses before and looked at them maybe on eBay and places like that, they knew the value of them, and a lot of people had sold stuff they didn't need to get barter dollars, and they were looking for places to spend their barter dollars. And so I had stuff that they wanted, so they bought it from me. And so yeah, I probably earned about $8,000 just selling old training courses I have. That's how easily it is to generate revenue in the world of barter. This was Willie, and I've rambled long enough. Let me know if you have any questions, though, and let me know if you're interested in joining ITEX. And if not, get out there and build some rank and rent websites and start making some cash money, or you can make money in the world of barter, since the U.S. dollar is not the only currency in existence. In the world of barter, we make our own currency. As I explained, when you issue gift certificates and things like that, you make your own currency. And that currency you may never have to even redeem anything for if nobody turns in a gift certificate. And actually, most restaurants, they'll sell, say, gift certificate $25 increments, and they'll say no cash back. And so someone buys a $22 entree or whatever, they give this gift certificate. They aren't expecting any cash back, so that's $3 of extra there. And then typically the tips are included in the gift certificate, because the cashier and the waiters and waitresses, they need cash, not gift certificate for the same restaurant or whatever. So anyway, I'm rambling, but I know worlds that a lot of people don't have a firm grasp of. This is Willie. Thanks for listening.